Hello, friends! Have you ever imagined what would happen if certain animals suddenly disappeared from Earth? This wouldn't just mean the loss of a few species, it would mean a complete change for our world. Nature is a very delicate and interconnected system. Every living creature, big or small, plays an important role. When one piece disappears, the entire chain is affected. For example, if bee were to disappear, it could turn into one of the greatest disasters for humanity. Bees are responsible for pollinating plants, and a large portion of the world's food depends on this process. Without them, many fruits and vegetables would stop growing, animals would lose their food sources, and humans could face serious food shortages. This wouldn't just affect agriculture, it would also damage the global economy. Food would become scarce, prices would rise sharply, and many countries could face a food crisis. On the other hand, predators like the wolf are essential for maintaining balance in nature. Without them, the populations of animals they hunt would grow uncontrollably. This leads to overgrazing and the destruction of plant life. A real example of this happened in Yellowstone National Park. When wolves were removed, deer populations exploded, vegetation disappeared, and even river flows were affected. When wolves were reintroduced, the ecosystem slowly began to recover. This shows how a single species can shape an entire environment. Looking at the oceans, the shark is one of the most important predators. Sharks keep marine life healthy by hunting weak and sick fish. If sharks disappeared, some fish populations would grow too much, while others would vanish completely. This imbalance could collapse ocean ecosystems. As a result, the fishing industry would suffer, and millions of people who depend on seafood would be affected. Similarly, the elephant is often called an engineer of nature. Elephants create pathways in forests, spread seeds, and help new plants grow. Without them, some forests would lose their structure, plant diversity would decrease, and many animals would lose their habitats. This could lead to even more species disappearing over time. One of the most overlooked yet vital organisms is plankton. Plankton produces a large portion of the oxygen on Earth. Yes, a big part of the air we breathe comes from them. If plankton disappeared, not only would ocean life collapse, but oxygen levels in the atmosphere would drop significantly. This could threaten life on Earth itself. In addition, many other animals play crucial roles. Birds help spread seeds, insects maintain soil health, and even the smallest organisms contribute to keeping ecosystems alive. Sometimes the impact of losing a species isn't immediate, but over time, it can lead to massive problems. As you can see, nature works like a domino chain. When one piece falls, the others follow. The disappearance of one species affects another, and eventually the entire system becomes unstable. Most importantly, these changes always come back to affect humans. That's why protecting nature isn't just about saving animals. It's about protecting our own future. If we disturb this balance, the consequences could be severe. So what do you think? Which animal's disappearance would have the biggest impact on the world? Or is there another species not mentioned here that you think is even more important? Write your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because more interesting and eye-opening videos are coming.